Of armed Border Patrol agents have been marching through downtown Chicago, largely in the Loop area.
WGN's Brona Tumblety joins us now from Clark and Wacker. Brona.
Good evening, guys. Yeah, really bizarre scene in the downtown area. Dozens of Border Patrol agents making their way through the Loop here, very much wanting to be seen. We even witnessed some of them taking selfies. Lots of other people had their phones out as well, though, telling us they were shocked at what they're witnessing.
There's nothing happening here to protect. There's no crime, there's no riot. People are just enjoying a wonderful day.
As Chicagoans and visitors to the city enjoyed a sunny Sunday, sipping wine and eating outside, a blatant show of force stepped through the downtown area.
That was pretty alarming, just to see a group of masked guys walking around with ARs, silenced ARs. It's pretty intimidating.
Though our closest national border is over 500 miles away, dozens of armed Border Patrol agents descended on Chicago, seemingly led by Commander Gregory Bovino.
Are we ready? Whenever you're ready, sir. I'm ready.
Ready? We're walking.
Making their way through the Millennium Park area, onto the riverfront, and even travelling on the water itself.
I'm a Republican, I'm a conservative. I feel that President Trump has hijacked conservatives, has hijacked the Republican Party.
Jacob Narayan finding himself face to face with this spectacle after stepping out of his home.
I'm just walking from my home to my office, and there are armed military personnel on the streets of Chicago.
Well, here's the beautiful part about it, right, sir? Because I don't necessarily believe these people. I believe they are what we call rhinos, Republicans in name only. Because what we see happening in Illinois and what we see happening in Chicago is there is a support for illegal migrants in those communities, and they are not doing what they're supposed to do when it comes to making sure that they align with the federal government to not only get people out of here that are here illegally, but they also support this crime agenda that keeps neighborhoods that they're not necessarily even a part of not so safe. And everybody is complaining. Everybody has been advocating for it. People have been saying it. Shout out to Chicago Flips Red. They know that this mayor is doing a horrible job. And you had to know that this was coming because the mayor of Chicago kept aggravating the situation by not only name throwing and calling and all of that, but not working with the federal government when it came to making sure that when they arrested an illegal migrant, that they then contacted ICE in order to make sure that these people are deported and removed from the United States of America. Now, what is happening at this point is Trump has already said that they were going to go into Chicago similarly to how they went into Washington, D.C. Governor Pritzker, and who is a liberal governor, and Brandon Johnson refused to work with him. So now what you see is they are now making sure Chicago is going to be safe, not only when it comes to protecting ICE agents, but also when it comes to Homeland Security. And then hopefully they're going to start delving into the neighborhoods. Because one thing that Trump mentioned was that there are multiple different events that's going to be coming to the United States of America, such as the World Cup, and it's going to be played in different cities, right? And in those cities, although we like to fudge the numbers and we like to pretend like crime is down, the reality is that I get articles every single day and every single weekend. Tens of people are literally either killed or they are wounded, shot, robbed, jacked, mugged. And a lot of times what's happening is that they are reclassifying crime and or they are moving it down from felonies to misdemeanors, from misdemeanors to dismissing the cases altogether. And what happens is that allows for them to pretend like crime is down, when in reality, I was just a couple weeks ago talking about a smash and grab at the Louis Vuitton store. I was just a couple weeks ago talking about how they, in broad daylight, mind you, knocked down the windows in order to try to get into the Rolex store. And it's crazy. It's been crazy for years. And now that Trump has deployed the FBI and HSI and ICE agents, crime is starting to be down. Obviously, it wasn't down during the Biden administration, but crime is starting to go down. And then they're also capturing and deporting several different people, including illegal migrants that was never supposed to be here, that continue to commit crime. And so we now have to have a show of force. And so if they would have played nice, if they would have played the game the way that they were supposed to play it, like Memphis is playing it, like DC is playing it over in Mayor Bowser, you wouldn't even see this. You wouldn't see this. They would be getting out the criminals, and then ultimately they would be making Chicago safer, which is a part of America, but yet they just continue to ask for more money so that they can plug their budget deficits.
And there are armed military personnel on the streets of Chicago for no reason. It's completely unjustified.
Mr. President, do not come to Chicago. You are neither wanted here nor needed here.
Today's display a direct defiance of requests made to President Trump at the state and city level, as those watching it unfold say they're on edge about what comes next.
What I'm fearful of, that this could be normalized, that this is what should happen in our country, when there's no need for this at this point in time.
Now, right now, here where we're standing in the Loop, this is the first police district. If you're looking at crime in this district specifically, it is currently down by 14%. If you take the rest of the city into consideration, we're told by Chicago police that it is down 13%. Now, inside of the last hour, elected officials, community leaders have gathered at the office of the Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights. That press conference is happening over on Wabash Avenue as we speak. Now, amongst those gathered, Congressman Jesus Chuy Garcia, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, and many others. They have largely been reminding the community of their rights, encouraging Chicagoans to look out for each other, and they have been condemning what they say is federal overreach.
Today's downtown operation, with our fellow Chicagoans being racially profiled and kidnapped by immigration agents in broad daylight, represents a major escalation by the Trump administration.
Kidnapped. You mean like done dirty, like Lake and Riley was done dirty?
And we're not going to stand for it. That's why you see so many people here represented from all levels of government and community. Together, we are here to condemn this ongoing overreach and expose ICE's operation as one that separates families, disappears our neighbors, and harms Illinoisans of all backgrounds, citizens and non-citizens alike.
Now, it's not clear at this time where those Border Patrol agents have marched to. We do know that when they were in the area here of Clark and Wacker, there were at least some people protesting them. We do not know at this point if that has persisted as they've made their way through the downtown area. We did also speak directly with the commander who seems to be leading all of this. We'll have more from him on WGN News at 9. We're live in the Loop. Brona Tumulty, WGN News.
So now you have a situation where border agents are now showing force, and more importantly, they've been doing the work and making sure that they have been getting these people out of Chicago. Unfortunately, they have to overwork, and you also have to have troops there because Border Patrol agents, ICE agents, Homeland Security, they have now been under attack, as we've seen over in Dallas. But as we know with Trump, promises made, promises kept. He is not going to relent. He is not going to bend or fold. He's going to make sure that these people are taken care of. And more importantly, hopefully he stops crime all across America. I was reporting yesterday how over in Portland, the leaders over in Portland is complaining about the fact that he is now pushing harder on getting people deported out of there because we have so many people that are here illegally and so many people that have been waiting in the line to actually get it. And that is one of the things that actually slows down immigration inside of this country the right way. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.